guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, by the title you can see it's that Instagram baddie makeup. For me it's Instagram baddie because I don't wear this kind of makeup anymore. I was doing a TikTok, of course, and I wanted to do one of those transformation TikToks where, you know, you go from wearing nothing to makeup, and to me, like, this makeup to me is kind of not age appropriate anymore. So like 2 weeks I'm gonna be 48 years old. To me, I still feel like I can wear this kind of makeup, but I just don't want to be judged, like people looking at me like, why is she wearing that kind of makeup, you know? So I don't ever wear this. So I just thought since I was doing it on the TikTok, I might as well turn it into a video because the look itself is still a really pretty look that some of you might want to try. But again, I love it, but you just won't see me wearing this. But anyways, I love it. But if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so I haven't done my brows on camera for a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do those this time because I actually have a couple new products that I've been using. I do still start out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And this actually has a little brow brush that is meant for it because it has the little, you know, flat end right here to smooth them out and then the little spoolie. But I like a bigger spoolie, which you can see the difference in size. Now, mine's dirty, sorry, it does have product built up on there. I gotta take that out. And I also bend it so it fits really nicely into the product. And then it just kind of glides onto my eye. So what I'm gonna do is literally brush my brows forward with that product into there. I don't have a lot of brows, so I don't have to use a real lot of product, but I have more hair right here in the front. So I just kind of brush it forward so it's really getting in there, and then I brush it up. And that makes it stick up, and I'll do the outside too. The outside's very, very sparse, but I still put that on the ends as well. Then I can take that flat edge of this one and kind of press that into my brows just to lay it really flat. And I think I showed you in my last video, I got that little Nimia fan, so I just kind of dry them a little faster. They do dry really fast, but this just kind of speeds up the process, and that way I can go on to my next product. The next product that I'm going to use is the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's called Brow Cheat, and I have medium brown. This also has a little spoolie on the end, but I don't use that one. I do use the pencil on this one. And we're gonna go ahead and just draw a line straight from the bottom. I do have to move closer to my mirror, so hopefully I don't lose focus because I can't see. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell if I'm in focus or not. But basically, I'm just going straight from the very front of my brow, and I am like just like feathering in the product, and I'm going straight up to the top of where my arch would be, like right from the tip of my nose up to here. And so I'm basically just drawing a line up to there. And then I'm gonna kind of curve it around and down. And I know this looks kind of uneven right now, but I'll just do one brow at a time so I can do the other one off camera. Then I'm gonna take the bottom and just go from here to the outside of here, just kind of making a straight line. So it's kind of straight across. I like them. I don't like that real sharp, so I like it to be nice and flat on the bottom and down. And then I go from top where my hair is right here and just kind of feather in across to the top. Okay, so I just leave it like that. So I've just done that brow just like I did that one. This one's kind of already done, but I'm just gonna show you what I do next. I basically have just been feathering the pencil inside just to create a little bit more of a shape. This is how I leave it, like on my days off. If I'm going out, I just want my brow. But for the most part, I do go on with this next step. I take a brow pomade. This one is the e.l.f. Pomade, and this is in medium brown. And I take a little small angled brush. This is from Real Techniques, and I dip it into one side just to get the product on one side. And I'm gonna outline the bottom. And this is just gonna define. I start in the middle because I don't want too much at the front, and I just kind of define that line that I've done. This particular brow pomade has a little bit more pigment, so I have to be really light-handed. I've always used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade or the NYX, the Tame and Frame, but I just found this one, it's a little bit more pigmented, so I don't have to use as much product. And then whatever's left on that bottom, I just kind of flick a little bit into the brow. And that's just giving them a little bit more definition under the bottom. And then I just go back with I can use just this little one here that doesn't have anything on it, and just kind of, again, kind of bring that into the brow so it just kind of blends. So I know it looks a little uneven right now, but that's okay. And for one thing, I can't see very well because I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to like stay in frame here, but this is the basic gist of that. And then I'm gonna go under and clean it up. So it's kind of a multi-step process. Sorry about me lisping with this thing in there, but I also go with another step at the very end. So this is just shaping my brows. Now I'm gonna go back with a concealer to clean that up. Okay, so I've started to outline underneath my brow with the concealer. I'm gonna do a little bit on the top. And the concealer that I'm using is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this one is in Fair Warm. And it's definitely a lot lighter than my skin. This is like a highlighting concealer, so I'm just doing this on this one. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and just start blending that in. I can just blend it right into my eye and use it as the shadow base as well. Just keep blending it away. So FYI, I'm actually doing a TikTok at the same time. So the concealer started to dry a little bit more because I was doing a part with my brows, and so the concealer's dried a little bit. I never usually wait this long to blend it out, so it's taking me a little longer to blend it out, but it doesn't usually take that long, but because it started to dry because I'm doing a TikTok at the same time, so that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna finish blending this out and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take a little flat brush and I'm gonna just kind of smooth the little line right underneath there, because sometimes it's a little hard to get with the sponge right next to your brow, so I just go back with a little brush just to kind of smooth out the edge right there, the top as well. It's this brow right here at the top. I don't know if you can tell on camera that it's really cakey right here, but that's because it kind of dried as I was doing the TikTok. So, but if I was going out, I would redo that, but I'm gonna have shadow over it anyway, so it's not really gonna be that noticeable. And you know, this is just for a video and I'm gonna take it right off afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is my eyes. Disregard how white I am here because definitely I'm gonna have foundation around that, so it's not gonna show. But let me just go ahead and start on my eyes. I think today I wanna do a little bit of color. I'm gonna dip into my Carnival 3, the Love Tahiti palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics. And let's do a green. I haven't done green shadow in a long time, and I usually don't do greens, but we'll do that today. I'm gonna take a loose powder really quick and just set a little bit of my the eye area, just so that powder kind of sets on there, and then it'll make it easier for my shadows to kind of blend into it. I'm gonna take a nice fluffy brush, AH30 from Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, and I'm gonna dip into the color called Ginger. It's like a kind of like a bronzy coral, because that'll be my transition color. I don't like to just go right in with all greens. You know, you can do just different shades of green, but I always like, with at least on my eye, to have like a little warm tone in there just to kind of break up the color. So this is a nice kind of, you can even use your bronzer for this as well. Okay, so next I'm gonna use this green color right here, and this is called Tropics. It's kind of like a bright green. And we're just gonna go like right on the outside and bring it in. I'm just gonna circle it in. You could literally do like a really light green as your transition, lighter and then darker, but I wanted to, like I said, I like to use like a little bit of a neutral shade first before going in with just all greens. It's so funny, I think I've said before, I really love these kind of colors and makeup looks, but it's definitely not age appropriate for me anymore, I guess you could say, but to me, meaning like if I was to go out on the street, people would definitely look at me more than just like if I was just wearing my regular, even if I was wearing a really nice glam eye, but if it's like neutral colors, I wouldn't get like kind of looks. Right now with this, when I step out, it's because I do have to go out somewhere today, I'm probably gonna get like people looking at me because I used to wear my makeup like this when I used to work for MAC, and obviously, you know, people would be like, oh, can you do my eyes like that? But when you're walking around like regular life like this, unless you're like in your 20s, I guess it doesn't look as age appropriate, I guess, right? I don't know. Yeah, this eye right here is so not blending right there because of that freaking concealer, but I don't even care. I don't want to take everything off because like I said, I'm doing a TikTok at the same time, so I don't have to do everything over again. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a darker green, and I'm going to use this color called Forest. It's a very deep green. And I'm going to take that and just literally start it at the bottom, kind of like pack it right there, and then just kind of blend it in. Okay, after all your greens blended out, I'm gonna cut the crease because I want to put like a little shimmer in the center. Now that you've cut the crease with your concealer, I'm gonna go with some glitter right here. It'll stick a little better and show up. And of course, we're gonna blend out those edges after. So for the shimmer, I'm gonna use this really pretty shimmery, like pressed glitter. And it's from Baddie Cosmetics. I got it on Instagram, and they're only like $8 each little shadow. So I think I got like 10 of them. So yeah, they're so pretty, but I never really wear them. I think I'm just gonna press it on with my finger to get a little bit more of a, oh my God, look at that, you guys. Whoa, literally just pigment. Oh my God, that's so freaking amazing. But do you see what I'm saying? I could never wear this as just like going out like this, you know? I'm going out to an event, yeah, but if I'm gonna wear this for the day, no. Let me just go up closer so I can make sure it's all even. I went up closer with a little brush just to get on the inner corners because obviously my fingers are too fat to like stick in there. And then I do have some glitter at the bottom, but that's okay because I'm gonna clean it up when I do my eye cream because I'm gonna put my concealer down there. So that's pretty much that. Now I'm gonna go back and kind of just blend out that edge right there. I'm gonna use that kind of brighter green first and just kind of, it was called Tropics, and I'm just gonna kind of press it right here. And that's like where the glitter starts and meets the other color, just so it seamlessly kind of melts together. Not getting a good blend right here because I think it's a little too tacky with the texture of the concealer mixed with that glitter, so it's kind of hard to blend that together, like a little bit harder. So I'm using my warmth of my finger to try to blend that out right there, if you can see. So yeah, hopefully that works out. I think it's okay. But it's a little bit more. I probably maybe wouldn't have used as much concealer as I did to cut the crease because it already is kind of tacky. So then I'm gonna go back with the darker green again and go on the outside here, just on the outer part. Let's go in with an eyeliner. I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal, and this is in Bedroom Black, and go underneath the waterline right here, just to kind of really darken that lash line. And then I'm gonna take my favorite Epic ink liner in just black. And I'm not gonna do a huge flick because I don't need to. We already have all this color here. So I'm just gonna create a line on the top of my lash line. And then just like a slight little flick out here. Like that. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up under my eyes, put my eye cream on, and then we're gonna go ahead and work on the face before we finish the concealer. I'm going to use another one of the e.l.f. It's the light sand, a little bit more like peachy, so it's not as bright as you saw the other one was, but this is gonna be more like kind of towards my skin tone, just to get rid of darkness under my eyes. This is not about brightening, this is just to get rid of my dark circles under here. So this is just kind of evening that. And now I'm gonna go with my foundation. For my primer, I'm just gonna use a really nice glowy like gel. And this is by the company Say. I was corrected on one of my videos that I did because I didn't really know how to pronounce it. So I'm just gonna put this all over like the high points of my face, just to give it like a nice little highlight underneath my foundation, because the foundation I'm gonna wear is a little bit more long wearing, and you guys know I have dry skin, so I want this to kind of shine through. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and add my cream contour and my highlight. I normally do this separately, but for the sake of my little TikTok, I have to do them together. So I'm going to add this. I'm gonna use e.l.f. Camo Concealer again. This is in a deeper color called Deep Chestnut. This is what I'm gonna use for my contour. So I'm gonna just do this at my cheekbone area. I'm gonna go on my forehead, on my chin, a little bit here, I don't need that much there, and then down my nose. Like I said, I normally would blend this out first, but because of my TikTok, I'm going to do this all together. So I'm gonna take my Camo Concealer again, the one that I used beginning under my brows, and so it's a lighter color, and we're gonna go underneath my eyes, side of the nose, a little bit on my forehead, down this part of the nose, on the tip, a little bit on my lip, and we can even go a little bit on the inside right here. Okay, so it looks kind of funny, of course, but we're gonna blend it out. Okay, so I'm using this brush from e.l.f. to blend this out. You guys, look at how pigmented that is. Literally went from that to that. This is that's why I titled this one a like Instagram baddie, because this is not an everyday look. When it's super strong like that, you just take a brush that just has your foundation and go around the edges of that. I haven't blended out obviously the concealer yet, which is gonna lighten it up a lot, but if you're getting this real harshness like that, you just, you know, just do it like this. Just put your little foundation around the outside, okay? I know it looks super cray-cray, but this is the vibe that we're going for. It's really like that full glam, okay? So let's just start working on the concealer now, blending that out before it dries. Bringing that down here. Again, see how much brighter this one is than the one that I used first that was just for my, you know, covering the dark circles. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist and spray it onto my brush just to give it a little bit more like slip, because the concealer is kind of drying a little bit. Again, if I was doing my own makeup, I would do it, you know, I blend everything right away. But because I'm doing this little TikTok at the same time, it's taking a little bit more time. The TikTok that I'm doing, it's a rap. It's a song, and it's Nicki Minaj, and it's super fast. So it's like I have to say the words, and I'm wearing these Invisalign, so it's hard to say the things fast with my Invisalign in, but I don't want to take it out right now because I already had him out for breakfast and stuff, and I try to keep him in as long as possible. So, so I kept having to go over and over, so that's what's taking me so long. Anyways, go back with your sponge, your damp sponge, and just kind of blend over everything. The next thing I'm gonna do really quick now that that's all blended out is I just wanna fix my brows because my eyes are so much more defined now. I wanna add back my eyebrows. That's why I waited for last to do this part, because I wanted to see where I need to add and, you know, if I messed up anything. So I'm gonna take my Lift and Snatch brow pen and just create my little hairs in my brow, give more definition. So I'm gonna finish out the cream products with my Charlotte Tilbury little, the beauty wand in Pink Gasm, and I'm just gonna couple dots here, couple dots here, one on the nose, and I'll just blend that out really quick with the brush. Just keep it high on the cheekbone. A little bit on your nose. And then for my cream highlight, I got the Chanel little stick in Sculpting. It's just a really pretty like cream highlighter. Again, you can wear this alone, or I'm just gonna obviously use it as a base before my regular highlight. Okay. Next, I'm gonna set with powder. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna dip it into my powder. This is a translucent powder, and I'm just gonna go on the side of the nose, underneath my eyes, and this way I can do underneath my eyes with my shadow and not worry about it getting on my makeup. We are going to take it underneath here and underneath here. And while this is all baking, I will do the underneath of my eyes. So I'm gonna go with a nice little small tapered brush and go back with ginger, which is that first color that I used. And I wanna go like blow it down kind of low on my eye so everything else will blend into that. And then after you have all that, go back with a smaller brush and now dip into Tropics, which is that kind of the lighter green, and blend that under here. My camera's dying right now, but the battery's flashing at me, so what I'm gonna do is just finish going under the eyes with the darker one, put some lashes on, do some blush. I'll tell you what I use. Some powder highlight and my lips, and I'll come back with the whole finished look. I'm just gonna let my battery charge. Okay guys, so I'm back, and the reason why I just went ahead and ended it there is because you've already seen me do like bronzer and blush and stuff like that, but I'll just tell you what I actually used. For my lips, I did this little Wet n Wild lip liner in the color called Lay Down the Mauves, and for lipstick I did Angel from MAC, which is my favorite pink. I used for bronzer the Glam Bronze from Morphe, and I used kind of like for my nose contour, I used the LA Girl in Warm Caramel. And for my highlight, I did a little bit of the Jumbo Pencil and Milk right on my nose, and then I added the Precious Petals from Wet n Wild highlighter here and on obviously my cheeks. And the blush that I used is from NARS in the color Orgasm X. So it's a little darker than the original Orgasm. Oh, and then my lashes, I used the Salon Perfect in 672. So the reason why it kind of ate up my battery is because I was doing the TikTok at the same time. If you guys want to go to my TikTok, I'm at Baby Roach 33, and you'll see this TikTok. It was one of those little transformation ones, so it was in stages, but it just took a while, you know, if I'm doing here, and so it just goes back and forth. So as I was, you know, filming this, I was letting the camera roll, and so it basically just ate up a lot of my battery. So that's what happened. But so I really wanted to do a few TikToks today, and I always try to do a video at the same time if I'm doing my makeup. So hopefully you guys like this. It's like I said, it's a little bit more like in person, it looks a little bit heavier. Like I feel like somebody would be looking at me like, oh my God, look at all that makeup that girl's wearing. You know what I mean? I love this look, but it's not something I would wear every day, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm just gonna title this Instagram Baddie, because all those girls that like have that real Instagram makeup, this is kind of that look. So I just thought, hey, I might as well just do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.